Hey, hosers. Sorry for being away for a bit. We are back doing the after show. And yeah, we are just going to talk about whatever we feel about talking about. We're still hoping that a couple of people might come in, but maybe not. Yeah, a couple of people who have said that they couldn't come in, but that's okay. Um, Hopefully we may have Lizzie come in. She's been on a couple of times, but yeah, she's having some plumbing troubles, I guess. So she might not. Um, and if anyone wants to come in, like I said at the end of the last show, if you message me and I like you, then you're more than welcome to come into my show. All right. So,
I changed my hairstyles in between while we were away. So
oh yeah. I mean, I could take my half. I could take my. You see, my hairstyle is basically like, the lesbian side shave
Yeah.
thing. Except for I'm a metalhead, so shaving my hair like that would be pretty much like blasphemous.
God.
I'd have to beat myself up, kind of thing. So, yeah.
Who do you think
I tied
swears
one half back in a ponytail instead. I'm of course joking. Okay, I'm not being serious.
Mate, who do you think swears more, Canadians or Scots?
That's a good one. I mean, I think that the Quebecois probably boost us up over the Scots.
I would think so too. Like, you should hear them all the time in French. Tabernacle, sacrement.
Oh, they've got some pompe de chasseur.
Oh God, yeah.
Caca baudet.
Oh,
They have got
yeah.
some really, really, really amazing insults, okay?
To be fair though, we've got a lot more to swear about. We live next to the English. We've got our drunk Irish cousins next door who we love.
And you've got the Welsh spitting all over you when they talk to you.
No, they're too busy shagging their sheep. And we've actually got the actual French down below us, not your watered down version.
What's even worse is you're closer to the Dutch.
Hey, they got good chocolates.
You do have Trump golf courses though, so you
but never have one of their Dutch cookies.
Okay.
Well, sorry.
That illegal way.
What's the American word for your cookies over there, Kaden?
Oh, we just call them weed cookies, and they're perfectly legal here.
In Utah, they're a 15-year prison sentence.
Ew.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Utah.
In Ontario, you can buy them from the government.
In New
okay,
York,
you can't buy the cookies. You can just buy the weed.
I'll bet they're heavily taxed though.
Yeah, kind of. But hey, that's actually not bad. Hey, when what was it? Was it Colorado started taxing, like regulating and taxing weed, okay? They made so much tax money that they had to give tax money back because they made too much sales tax off the weed.
Speaking of that, did you ever see the meme of the girl who set up a cookie stand outside the weed shop?
No.
She made about $800 in one day.
Oh, I can imagine people with the munchies.
That's entrepreneurialism.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Dear.
Yeah, Utah one's on the Mormon church, so the church teaches it's an abomination, and so it's illegal. I mean, people have gotten some serious prison time.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I was.
Utah is beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful. my favorite thing ever to have experienced was getting on a plane and leaving Utah, uh, and going through the mountains, and just it was.
Oh,
But I can do
Yeah,
that
the
in
mountains
Vin.
are
But I was
I
leaving.
can I
So
can do
someone
that.
once said that they got this like it was supposed to be they were in Utah. He was in Utah once, and he said he got a Philly cheesesteak there, and it was in a hot dog bun.
Yeah,
So-
that's what it is here.
Oh my
Like,
God.
okay, so like,
But Utah
wait
is
a second.
beautiful.
I'm,
I mean,
I'm
if you're into adventure, it's like the best place in the world to be because we have canyons, we have mountains, we have,
oh yeah.
you know, whitewater rapids.
but we have
so
we have
natural
British Columbia.
I live in Buffalo, so I try the wings every time I go somewhere for work, and because we just call them wings here.
Yeah.
Utah had Salt Lake City had the worst wings I have had ever.
Where was this?
It was downtown, near where the tabernacle is.
Oh, that place. Yeah, that place is not where you want to go. Like, there's Trolley Wing Company, which is absolutely amazing. And then there's also a place called Wasatch Brewery. And they have a lot of.
I
Yeah.
went there.
I
yeah.
remember I had barbecue wings in Utah with Kaden, and I thought the American barbecue sauce was going to be the same in the UK, nice, but it was so spicy it made me sick.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. Like,
So like,
you were like throwing up. I felt
What?
so sorry for you.
yeah, so like, I mean, I kind of feel sorry for non-Canadian. You guys don't all have like the poutine. You don't have Nanaimo bars. You don't have buttercups.
We do have poutine in Utah, though. Like,
Yes,
we have
you
a
do.
lot of people who moved here from Quebec, and they brought the poutine here.
Okay,
So
is it
it's
real
delicious.
poutine or is it fake poutine?
Oh yeah, it's real stuff, and yeah, like it's actually a huge thing in Salt Lake City.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do
Well,
you have?
there are 50 or so Tim Hortons in the Buffalo area, so you are.
Oh yeah,
invading.
yeah. We are invading there. Yeah. Actually, there's a my sister lives in basically Birmingham, England, and she went to a Tim Hortons there, right? Because she gets homesick. She's been away from home for a while, so her and her boyfriend went to a Tim Hortons out in that area, and she's like, "This is not a Tim Hortons. This is nothing like a Tim Hortons. This is horrible. I worked at Tim Hortons. I want to get a job here just to teach them how to be Tim Hortons." Because she worked at Tim Hortons here in Peterborough before she moved to England. she was annoyed. I'm sure that the Tim Hortons in the States are much more close to the Canadian ones. As long as they
Yeah.
bake the donuts, that's the important thing. As long as they bake the donuts and as long as they have the Canadian dairy.
Oh yeah, don't
Oh.
you know?
Before wings were a thing all over the place. I went to high school here. My first job was was in a pizza wing shop, and so when I went to Long Island, I got a job at a restaurant, and I got them a distributor for wings, and I taught them how to make it. So it was the only place on Long Island you could get wings for the longest time.
Really,
Okay.
it's in the same state. I mean,
What
you
else
think
do
that
we
Like
have?
we would have them too. It's in the same state.
What?
It's Kentucky is closer to me than New York City.
Well, yeah,
Um,
good point. Buffalo's pretty far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably closer
Brittany,
to
what's going
Toronto.
on?
I mean, I don't know, like poutine butter tarts and Nanaimo bars are like the best food. If you have a chance to have Nanaimo bars or I mean, I guess you've had poutine, but if you get the chance to have Nanaimo bars or like well-made buttercups, yeah.
Yeah.
Once
My
you go
fav-
Canadian,
my-
you can't go back there.
My favorite chocolate bars
Oh, it's not a
either
chocolate bar.
well, my favorite chocolate bar is either a Whisper Gold or Bounty Bar.
Okay, I don't mind Bounty Bar. We also have the very uniquely Canadian Coffee Crisp, which is my favorite chocolate bar. But like
Oh, we get them here. Yeah.
yeah,
That and arrow bars. I love arrow bars.
I don't think they're. But
Um,
I guess Coffee Crisp does occasionally get some outside
Yeah.
the country, but it doesn't get very far. But it's like the best shit ever.
We had-
Also, I think
It's
Crispy
the
Crunch are
Michigan,
only
right?
Canadian. I think that. Oh, we also have ketchup chips.
Yes,
Oh, ketchup chips.
we finally
Those
do
are
too, and I hate ketchup, so we're good.
Those are
Ketchup
awesome.
chips are I have them here, especially you can get them. I live near a potato chip factory,
Oh, that's
and
probably why you can get them.
you can get them from there.
I have I live in a major Quaker Oats. Like I live not very far from one of the major Quaker Oats factories, I guess. So like sometimes around here, all you can smell is just like the instant oatmeal. It's great.
Oh damn.
There is nothing like waking up to the smell of maple and brown sugar instant oatmeal.
There are places around here in Scotland, I can't remember where you can smell nothing but the horse manure they use in their grass.
Ew,
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of
We get
places
that
like
when you're-
There's the mushroom soil is probably worse.
Downtown Buffalo smells like Cheerios, which because the silos are right there.
Okay. Okay, so there's in Toronto, there's this one intersection that always smells like there's a sewage leak there, and it has for years. The thing is it's the intersection with the Hilton on it.
Oh
So
my
like there's
God.
this ultra high class fucking hotel, and the intersection it's on literally smells like sewage. I mean, it makes me nauseous, and I don't get nauseous very easy for literal shit like that.
Oh my
Oh.
God. Not good.
There's
Yeah, I
a
think it's like I don't know if anyone's heard of hers potato chips. That's like where it is.
Yes.
or crisps as we call them in the UK.
Yeah.
That's what it
Um,
is.
Yeah.
I'm a
That's where they're from. I live near it.
I am a potato chip connoisseur. I love hers.
We call them crisps here in the UK.
Yes.
Yeah, but we only call French fries fry. We only call French fries chips when we're eating them with fish.
Fish and
Exactly.
chips. What fish do you guys use over there for your fish and chips? Ours
Cod.
is usually cod.
Cod, sole. I forget what the other one is. Actually, we have. I actually really like sushi, and everyone is head over heels for tuna, right? And I'm like, okay, tuna's okay, but Pacific salmon is where the sushi is at. I'm telling you, it's much better.
Yeah. I got a platter of different sushis with Kaden, and the salmon was the nicest.
Yeah.
Yeah, salmon sushi is absolutely. I hope that the Japanese never tries salmon sushi. We'll run out of salmon.
Have you ever had the kippers?
I don't think so. Oh, don't. If you're ever in Canada, okay, especially on the East Coast, unless you're incredibly brave, unless you're just incredibly brave, don't try mackerel sushi.
I'm
I
so
never
glad I'm
tried
allergic to
pineapple.
seafood.
I'm
Is it
allergic
true-
to clams. I'm
it
probably
true-
allergic to
I mean, is
clams.
it true in Canada the boys have to punch a bear to prove their manhood?
Have to do what?
Punch a caribou to prove their manhood.
Oh yeah, Derry. Oh, unless you're on the unless you're on the in the in the Newfoundland there, or in the dog like if you're in the Labrador there, then you have to kiss the cod to prove your manhood.
Oh my gosh, that's like a bullshit Newfie accent.
I, wa- I,
It
I was
really is.
I know, eh? It's
I was-
Oh yeah.
it's because I grew up watching This Hour Has 22 Minutes. They suck now, but they were originally an all Newfie cast. And like this is one thing I've been thinking of lately. People say that, people try to say that like woman comedians aren't funny, but I know better because I grew up on Kathy Jones and Mary Walsh of fucking This Hour Has 22 Minutes, and Luba Goy from the Royal Canadian Air Force, okay? These
Here's the
people
thing,
are utter
here's my-
geniuses and
Who are the-
absolutely
who are the-
hilarious.
Who are the
Here's
twins
my-
who are the twins that the really giant twins that are from Newfoundland that
The
thing-
Cheeky
that,
Girls.
that like produce almost every comedy in America. I can't remember the names. Oh damn.
I don't
Cheeky
know.
Girls.
I know that Mary Walsh is like amazing, but she got chased out of Canadian comedy by I think it was by I think it was by either Doug or Rob Ford actually. The conservatives really don't like our comedy shows because our comedy shows make fun of them. But our liberal politicians and our best prime minister ever, Jean Chrétien, they would make fun of him, and he would go on the show so they could make fun of him, and he would laugh at them making fun of him. The
Chrétien.
conservatives would
Chrétien.
refuse.
I mean, say what you want
Take it.
back in like the 2016 election, but at least like Hillary Clinton appeared in sketches making fun of her.
Yeah. I mean, there's
Well, that's
that.
adult doing that.
Like
No.
like that's the thing. Like I think like most, yeah, like even like the like
And
like,
and
like if
I-
you could like if you're like gonna be like any high profile politician, if you can laugh at yourself, you're probably good.
exactly.
Like those who
And-
can't, if you can't laugh at yourself and you're gonna be a politician, you're probably bad anyway.
And I'll say it like this: the Royal Canadian Air Force was not nice to Jean Chrétien. They were
No.
also not nice to the Conservatives. They were also not nice to literally everybody else. They were. You can go look up Air Force Live or Air Force Archive or something like that to see
Yeah.
their shows. They're very Canadian and they're highly political and they're highly Canadian political. I learned everything I know about politics from them.
Right.
And they're actually accurate on their politics to an extent. But yeah, they started in the 80s as a radio show, then they moved on to being a TV show in the 90s, and I've been watching them for most of their run into like I think they ended up stopping in 2014. Unfortunately, a couple of the cast members have passed away, and including John Morgan, who passed away during the run, and it was really sad because he did some of their like he did a lot of their some of their most iconic characters, like Mike from Canmore.
Houston,
so that was
Houston
really
man reels in fish with snake coiled around.
okay, and our other long running comedy show that's still running, but they're not funny anymore. Was This Hour Has 22 Minutes, and they were they were a satirical news show, and that was the all Newfie one. And when they were an all Newfie show, they had Kathy Jones, who she said she didn't do any writing of this stuff. She just played the parts she was given, but she was brilliant at playing her parts. Mary Walsh wrote a lot of it when she was allowed to, and she was beyond brilliant. She was absolutely amazing. She would go in it on drag too. So it was, and she did a good drag. So
I
it
did have a
oh yeah, go ahead.
Where did you go?
Why does the Newfies sound Irish? Because when I hear them
Hey,
speak,
there
they
you
pretty much sound like they're white out of Ireland.
Nope, they're not. They're not Irish.
Well, I know that they're not. I know that they're Canadian. I'm just saying their accent. To
Nope,
me
it's
sounds
not. The maritime accent is a combination of English, a Scottish of a normal Canadian accent, a Scottish accent, and a French accent all combined.
really
Wow.
wow.
Yep. Like they like the New Brunswick and Nova Scotia are both bilingual, just not to the extent that Quebec is.
Yeah.
And they don't identify as necessarily as francophones. They just have to deal with the francophone.
Pretty much.
So
They don't necessarily. Yeah.
yeah, so it's this weird maritime, a little bit of everything mixed accent.
Go away.
Actually, my half of my family came from Ireland, and the other in the late 1800s, and the other half came from Wales. Um, some of them came over in the like that late sometime in between the 1700s and the mid 1800s. Like I think my dad's family was some of the first settlers here, and then my grandmother on my dad's side actually was born in Wales, and he met her during World War II, in Wales, and then married her at a later time, and brought her back to Canada after my grandpa was actually at Normandy. He didn't go ashore on the 6th. He went ashore on the 7th, but he went ashore. Basically, he said he went ashore with it had to it had to be HMS Warspite firing, because he said that the shells were basically firing railroad cars over his head. So the only ship that would have been in the area would have been HMS Warspite. That wasn't like a destroyer, and he said it was a big ship, so it had to be HMS Warspite giving fire support. It could have been USS Texas, but I doubt it. Or maybe Arkansas, but no. But I'm pretty sure that from the research that I've done, there was no heavy cruisers, light cruisers, or any other battleship in that area other than HMS Warspite. So it had to have been HMS Warspite. And he said it was like firing train cars. So those are like 15-inch guns, firing like 1,500-pound shells.
Yeah.
I think we've gone off food. I'm sorry, my Zoom crashed.
Oh, yeah, we went off Zoom a bit, or we went off food a bit. I mean, the only thing that you can really talk about food in Canada is poutine, and Nanaimo bars, and our buttercups. And if you can get Nanaimo bars or buttercups, they are amazing. And they're not chocolate bars. They're like almost like they're like a brownie and coconut base. I'm trying to think of a thing that's like it. Not quite a macaroon, but more brownie.
Yes.
And then just an icing, sugary yellow center, and then a layer of chocolate on top, and they're the most amazing thing. And butter tarts are basically much thicker pecan pie, but they're individual, and yeah, they're better.
Well, I found the names of the twin Newfoundland comedians, and it turns out even though they've claimed to be from Newfoundland all their careers, they're actually from Des Moines, Iowa. So it doesn't count. David and Anthony Higgins.
Really?
Oh, okay.
The Higgins boys and Gruber. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Okay, I thought you meant they were women, so I'm like, what?
Oh, no. Sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
I've never heard of them. The biggest comedian out of the biggest two comedians out of Newfoundland are Rick Mercer and Mary Walsh.
Well, yeah, Rick Mercer is God to me. I love the one show he did, the history show. Okay, my brain is not working today, so just ignore me now.
He was on the This Hour Has 22 Minutes for years before he did the Mercer Report.
Yes.
So
This one nice thing about living here is I get CanCon too, and canned food, and lots of
Yeah.
Canada.
yeah,
There's a
you
lot of-
probably do.
And bare naked ladies before anybody else did.
Oh, yeah, BNL. They're like the fourth band that I keep forgetting about. Well, hey, okay.
Wait,
There's-
they only chose their name because they wanted to get people into see their shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, it's great. Like, we have Rush. Okay, Rush is the big one. Rush is the biggest one. Then we have the Tragically Hip, and the Tragically Hip,
Well,
I love the Tragically Hip. They are great. They're absolutely they're my second favorite Canadian band.
and
They're
they
my
are now tragic.
They're my second favorite not metal band after Rush. And yeah, I mean, everybody was really bummed out about Gordy. That was yeah, the lead singer, who was like iconic and could never be replaced by anyone, more irreplaceable than like Freddie Mercury or Brian Johnson. He passed away from brain cancer. And I actually went to a show that was a few months before he got diagnosed with brain cancer. Something was wrong with him. He wasn't being himself on.
Well,
I'm just super happy I got to see him live. Just once. The same with Rush. I got to see them live once. And then
I'm going because I'm kind of tired and hungry.
okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
do me a favor, contact me on Twitter if you get a chance.
Okay.
Brittany.
Put that in the group chat.
Oh.
And then after, I actually just saw these guys last Wednesday. But after the Tragically Hip, there's the band that nobody outside likely knows anything about outside Canada, in 5440.
Yeah. All right.
I've never heard of it. No.
They're even more Canadian than the Tragically Hip, if that's possible. And then Bare Naked Ladies are the one that everyone forgets about because they don't have nearly the body of work that the other three have.
Well, they continued on after they broke up, which they shouldn't have.
Yeah. I mean, Rush is, once Neil quit, Rush retired. Basically, once Neil retired, Rush retired. The Tragically Hip.
Gordy can't be replaced.
No, and if I can't even remember his name, and he was just in my it was a free concert. I actually went to the concert, and I was working at our Delta Bingo tent, right? Trying to get people to go into the bingo, so we were giving stuff away. It's a thing we do. We have this free concert series that goes on every summer. Some of the bands are actually decent. Neil Osborne, that's his name. Neil Osborne.
Yeah.
He's irreplaceable for the Tragically Hip. He is, or sorry, not for 5440. He is 5440 And he's like irreplaceable because it's his band.
I'm irreplaceable in my band, but that's only because the other.
You're the only member of the band.
Well, for a long time I was. So.
But I mean, 5440 have done songs like One Gun, Sheila, Ocean Pearl, Baby Ran. They have a lot of, but I don't know how many of these get airplay outside of the U.S.
I
Right?
would think
I'm getting there.
I feel comfortable enough to do something I never do, which is smoke on camera. So
oh, it's okay. No one's judging.
I'm
Nah.
judging.
Hold on, it's
well,
So-
I'm
like
judging
phone
too,
charger
but
here.
I shouldn't be.
I know. I
Yeah.
judge you all.
Well,
Let's see.
that's okay. You can't reach me. Oh, I like that sound. That was a very judgy sound. Whatever that was.
Fire. Okay.
I-
Yeah, they
it-
have.
It is
They've been
really
going-
nice to get a lot of different kinds of music here because we also get a lot of imported music that a lot of the other people don't get. Not just CanCon, but a lot of stuff that Canadians listen to from other countries.
Oh yeah.
So,
So you get a lot of American music, you mean?
well, no, I mean, Britpop was not big around anywhere while I was listening. It was like,
All right. And yeah, it would have been big here, I guess.
it was big in Canadian nations. So, and people are yawning. What
Aw.
time is it? It's 10:50. Oh, it's 11, almost 11.
Well, where
Yeah.
was that? It's like 4 a.m. probably.
Oh yeah, yeah. Over
I'm
there
gonna-
in the Scotland area.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have to get going pretty soon too because I'm having some phone charger problems. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to I'll like go out tonight and get a new charger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
I
to
can't
bed
find your
now.
I can't find your channel, Christy. Could you put it in the group chat on Twitter when you get a chance? Just so I just want to sub to it.
And I gotta leave now because technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good night, all.
Good
Right.
night. Thanks for coming in.
2 seconds. I actually have you on. I still have that group chat here. So, no, stop that. Okay. It keeps trying to cut me off while I'm doing it. Yes, I will give it to you in the group chat. Also like you to come, you and to come on my thing at some point if that would be all right.
Oh yeah, that's great. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yes.
just and we're in the same time zone, so we don't have to worry about that. So my availability is good. As long
Okay.
as it's after, I like to say after 6. I get off work at 5.
Yeah,
And
but-
then, yeah, I like to get home and I'm usually got home and eaten by like by like 6 o'clock most of the time.
all right. Yeah, we usually go at 9 from 9 to 10
Okay.
10 or so. I've done a couple that didn't air, so
Okay. Yeah. That would be okay. You see, I get up at 6 o'clock to go to work in the morning.
oh
right.
well, we can go earlier.
Ah,
As long as it's a Monday, we're pretty good. I'm pretty much good with any time. I haven't-
Monday. Oh, I don't work on Tuesdays right now, so
Oh,
you know, any Monday is like great. I work Tuesday to Sunday. Or sorry, I work Wednesday to Sunday.
I'm forcing one of my friends who has who has 2 different podcasts he's recording on Monday to come on my stream on Monday. Wondering if he'll stay awake. So this anyways, yeah, I'll put that in the chat. And I suppose we're saying good night. I so loved being here. Thank you very much.
Thanks a
I'm-
lot for coming on.
You're a lot of fun on Twitter, so I was.
Yeah, I keep saying that I'm an experience on Twitter. So, yeah. Yeah, I just kind of try to be absurd enough, but whatever, eh? So yeah, yeah, anytime you want to come on, just keep up to date on our what we're like what I'm posting for the show, and I'll keep you in mind for upcoming shows, I guess, because all that's great. And I've been up since 5:45, so I should probably.
Okay, well, it's 10:59. Last another 30 seconds. We'll go away.
All
Just-
right,
just-
another 30 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, like I really did appreciate this opportunity. I wish I didn't keep going in. I keep going into the deep voice when I get nervous. I've got to stop that. I've got to get my girl voice together.
Yeah, I don't even have I just have an NB one. Like I tried to do voice. I actually before I came out I tried to do voice turning going low. And this is actually as low as I can go, and I like don't have any chest resonance whatsoever. So this is actually my natural talking voice. And I'm actually like I can sing like I can sing free will poorly, but I can hit the notes with little effort. So that's weird.
The song can't. The song "Can't Get Next to You." I can do all four parts, so I can get my voice fairly high. But my natural voice is actually down in here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like on voice app, my voice is like right on. Usually when I do it, my voice is right on the androgynous. And I've kind of decided that that's where I wanted. Why not? I'm non-binary. I have a non-binary. I have an NB voice, right? So, and I mean, it's not an impediment to anyone seeing me how I want to be seen. So I don't.
I think your voice works very well for you. Your voice
you.
is you. I think when I hear the voice, I think you.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm a lot bigger than I look on stream. Like 6'4" and 250. Sorry, no, I'm not 6'4". I'm 6 foot and 250.
I'm 5'8". I was a short guy, and now I'm a tall girl. All right. I will see you soon.
Okay, talk to you later, and anyone watching, have a good one, eh?